What's good, Revs fam? My name's Chris, and you're watching Revs Revolt Weekly Rewind. How's everyone doing out there? I hope you all had a great weekend. I hope you all took care of your mothers on Mother's Day. And all you mothers out there, I hope you had a great day yourselves. Now, let's get into another mundane, lack of substance soccer video. Or actually, we might actually have some substance. There's actually live soccer coming up soon. Yeah, you heard that right. Live soccer, returning this Saturday, May 16th, which means by the time you see another one of these videos, we'll actually have seen some live soccer. It's been months since we've seen any live soccer, if you don't count the Korean League, or the Belarusian League, I think it is. There's a couple of leagues still out there, but it's not easy to find any of these live matches. Bundesliga, we're talking top 5 soccer in the world. It's back. Saturday is going to see games. Dortmund versus Schalke. Leipzig and Freiburg. Augsburg, Wolfsburg, Frankfurt versus Gladbach. Sunday, Cologne and Mainz. Union Berlin and Bayern Munich. And Monday, Werder Bremen and Leverkusen. Man, I can't tell you how stoked I am to finally get soccer back. I can't wait Saturday morning, 9:30 Eastern, to wake up and watch Dortmund. See live games that actually matter, games that didn't happen 10, 15 years ago. Don't get me wrong, I enjoy seeing those classic matches, but something about already knowing that it has happened, or that I can just find the result if I don't know it already by looking it up on Google, it's not the same feeling. We're actually getting real matches, real soccer. Looking at MLS, some clubs have actually begun doing some independent workouts per last week's announcement that clubs were now going to be allowed to do this. However, the teams still have to work within the state that they're operating in, that state's guidelines. So no Revolution players have been able to take the field yet. I've heard Damian Rivera might have been working out at a high school field in Rhode Island, but I don't have any confirmations on that. As far as returning to play, though, first of all, before we even really seriously start thinking about that, we need to make sure that teams are able to start training. But I know at the Wide World of Sports, ESPN Wide World of Sports down in Orlando, Florida, they have something like 30 fields, and it's been proposed that maybe MLS can bring all the clubs there, and they can have closed-door games and return to the season as we know it. Not as we know it. It's going to be a whole new season, basically a whole new form of MLS that we've never ever seen before. No one's ever seen. It'll be really interesting. I like the idea a lot personally. You're talking about bringing all 26 teams. Is that what we're at now? 26 teams down to Orlando, Florida. You have all these resorts with nobody staying in them. So I'm sure there's plenty of hotel space for these teams to stay and stay quarantined and stay away from the general public. It's inside Disney World, and Disney World is pretty much its own entity. It's its own world, literally. So you're going to get all these teams in there. They're going to stay away from everybody. They're going to be able to isolate themselves. They're going to be able to get all their testing done as needed. And then you have all these private fields. I think, like I said, 30 fields is more than enough to have 13 matches a week or a day. If you want to have up to 13 matches in the same day, you can do 2-3 matches per week per team. And I know Don Garber, he said he's cautiously optimistic that there's going to be a return and a full season potentially. I know they're saying maybe the season will go into December, where MLS Cup will be played at the end of December, possibly into 2021. If that's what needs to happen, I'll take it. I would love to see a full season with 34 matches. Have a fair shake, play out the schedule as it was written. Let's do it. I don't care if there's a shorter off season from end of 2020 to 2021. To be honest, I think that's better. But if this is actually a thing that's going to happen, I hope it happens. Let's all pray that all these teams fly down to Florida. We need to get everybody down there, everyone on the same page, and get these matches underway. But again, like I said, we need to get these teams training first. So one step at a time. But that's a pretty optimistic and pretty overwhelming, possibly, endeavor for all these clubs. But let's hope it happens. We need something. I need something. I need more than nothing to talk about. It's tough. Alright, that's about it for prepared content from me. Yeah, it's been a really busy week. I didn't have a whole lot of time to put too much together. So let's just jump right into the mailbag. I only have one question, and that's from Any Revs UK, Mike. He says, if you had to pick your favorite Any Revs memory, what would it be? Doesn't have to be a game, could be an event. Well, I'm glad you clarified that at the end, but I think it would still have to be a game. If I picked an event, I did do one of the Papagino's Far Post podcast things with my daughter. That was a lot of fun. It was real great getting to meet Andrew Farrell, Scott Caldwell, class guys, and really such a great organization to bring your kids out and have a great day. It was so much fun. It was a blast, and I'll never forget that day for as long as I live. But I think my best Revs moment was probably the first game I attended. I had to look it up to make sure I got the details straight, but it was September 5th, 2015. Like I said, I've only been a big fan now since about 2012. So I'm not a person that likes to really go to games. I'm a couch supporter, but the Revs have really gotten me off the couch and getting me to the stadium. So yeah, my very first game, September 5th, 2015, we won 3-0. We had goals from Diego Fagundes. Who scored the second? Juan Agudelo scored the second, and Chris Tierney got the third on a beautiful back heel pass from Lee Win in the box. That was amazing. It was like in the 94th minute or something like that. That game was just phenomenal. We destroyed Orlando, and that game will definitely live in my head forever. It was so much fun getting to see that, and that's really what converted me into being a let's go to the stadium fan. All right, real quick, I missed a question when I was doing the mailbag. Jay Hondo sent in a question. He says, why hasn't Juan Agudelo ever reached his potential? He had flashes of brilliance, but never showed consistency. I completely agree with that, first off. It's really unfortunate, I have to say. I mean, Juan Agudelo has definitely the flashes that you're talking about. He, oh my gosh, he looks like he could be a star player for not just the Revs or Miami, where he is now, but, you know, the U.S. men's national team. What happened to this wonder kid? Honestly, I think it's the lack of challenge that he's had. I mean, everywhere he went as a youth player, he's always been touted as this natural talent, this, you know, the next big thing. He has the whole package, everything that he needs. And there's not a whole lot of people challenging him for that. They just give it to him, that title right away. And, you know, I think that has a lot to do with it. The fact that he hasn't had to overcome a whole lot to get to where he is. I mean, I say that, but I know to be a professional athlete, you have to overcome quite a bit. But all of his accolades, or you can't even call them accolades because he didn't really earn them, but all of his titles of being touted as the next big thing, they were just kind of handed to him. So yeah, that's my answer for that. Sorry that I missed it during the actual recording. Sorry for all the background noise that there probably is right now. But thank you for the request, Jay Honda. That's it for the questions. I only had one this week. If you want to send one or get involved, send me an email, revsrevolt@gmail.com, or find me on Twitter @RevsRevolt. Alright, so if you made it this far, drop a like, let me know that you're enjoying what I'm putting out, or leave me a comment, let me know to do something different. I'm all ears, all eyes, whatever you want. I'm here to put out content for you and get through this crazy time together. Next week, I hope to have a bit more content for you. It's been, like I said, it's been a crazy week, so sorry this is a shorter video, but I hope everyone's doing well, stay healthy, and until next time, I'll catch you later.